At present, this couple hasn't returned home for 2.5 years, simply because they carry a tent and camp everywhere every day, never bothered by working or buying a house, fully living a happy life away from the city. On this day, they drove deep into a twisted forest. The environment here was very beautiful, so the two decided to set up their tent and live here for a while. But it was raining lightly at the time, so the woman put on a raincoat and waterproof shoes. Then the couple pulled the tent out of the trunk together. Considering that the ground was full of gravel, they first laid down a ground mat. Then they unfolded the tent on top of the mat, and the two quickly got it done. But if they wanted the tent to be as stable as an old dog, the man still needed to use a hammer to drive ground stakes into the corners. That way, even if a level 10 typhoon came, the tent would remain rock solid. The wife connected the electric air pump to the tent. After turning on the power, the air columns inside quickly filled with air, and the collapsed tent soon stood up and cooled down. Judging by the size, even a family of 10 could easily live in it. Now that they had a place to shelter from the wind and rain, the woman brought the little dog down from the car. To increase the lighting inside the tent, they replaced all the curtains and window covers with transparent plastic film, so sunlight could shine in better. Once inside the tent, the woman immediately took off her heavy raincoat, which made working much easier. After laying a cozy carpet on the ground, it felt very comfortable even to walk barefoot on it. However, the heavy rain outside showed no signs of stopping. Wanting to finish setting up the base of the tent before it got dark, they didn't rest and instead started moving their gear from the car inside to continue assembling their camping setup. The woman set up an inflatable bed by the window and connected the air pump. A comfortable double bed quickly stood up. Then she laid down soft quilts and pillows, instantly giving the tent a homely feel. Surely, the two would have a cozy night. Since the rainy weather made the air very humid, the man placed a heater beside the bed. Once lit, even though it was still pouring outside, the inside of the tent felt like springtime warmth. After finishing setting up the campsite, night had unknowingly fallen. The tent looked very cozy under the night sky. Since the woman hadn't rested all day, she laid down on the bed with the dog to nap, while the man sat on a Mao Tai liquor box, drinking a little beverage. Admiring the rainy view outside the window, it's hard to imagine how romantic and stress-relieving it is to camp in the rain with the one you love. After a little nap, the two got up and planned to make dinner. First, they chopped up an onion and mixed it with minced meat in a bowl. Of course, various seasonings were added for marinating. The wife made some dumpling wrappers, then wrapped the marinated meat inside to make shao mai, steamed dumplings. The man grilled some fatty beef slices on the side, paired them with fresh vegetables, added noodles and prawns, and finally sprinkled a lot of seasoning powder. It looked absolutely delicious. They placed the wrapped shao mai on top to be heated along with the rest of the meal. While waiting, the two didn't stay idle. They poured themselves a full cup of strong drinks and relaxed for a bit. Time passed, minute by minute, and the food was finally done. The rich aroma rushed into their noses. It looked incredibly tasty. The couple didn't hold back and started eating right away. After eating, there was still time left. Although it was still pouring outside, they didn't plan to sleep just yet. The woman played on the big bed with the dog, while the man took out a bag of sweet potatoes, wrapped them in tin foil, clearly planning to make a midnight snack. While waiting for the sweet potatoes to roast, the couple cleaned up the utensils on the floor. The man went outside to pull the curtain down, then hung a screen over the window and turned on the projector. This way, the two could watch a little movie together and enjoy the roasted sweet potatoes. Life like this is simply too wonderful. By now, it was already late evening. The two drifted into dreamland while watching the movie. The next morning, no one knew when the heavy rain from last night had stopped. The bright sunlight broke through the clouds and shone on the earth, making the couple feel much better the moment they woke up. To better bask in the sunshine, the man moved the camping table and chairs outside, and while at it, started making breakfast. He poured some rice and chopped veggies into a bowl, added 2 large pieces of bread, and simply baked a crispy sugar croissant. Eating breakfast under the sun with his beloved was both relaxing and relieving. After eating and drinking their fill, they didn't pack up. Instead, they planned to